Is the levels good? I forgot to test the levels the first time. LYNX Live. I'm your host, Dame LYNX. Remember, love yourself. No exceptions. And you know, we about to get into some reality. Because it's snowing for real where I'm at. We got a little snow thing going on. So I'm definitely trying to keep warm with a little tequila, you know, while I talk some shit with y'all. So, but yeah, we got a little snow up here. Don't look like it's gonna stick. I don't know if you can see it behind me. Probably not. But anyway. All right, so let's get into some reality. Make sure you got some drinks. Make sure you're sipping on something. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things in the reality TV world. A lot of my girls. So let's just get right into it. Real Housewives of Potomac right now has my full attention. You know, I was telling y'all before, I have been enjoying the season. I know when I'm enjoying a season because I don't mind watching the episodes multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely having a great season. They're currently at the reunion. Part 1 has aired. Part 2 is going to be airing tonight. So I'll definitely be tuned into that. And let's just talk about it. You know, we've got, looking at these reunion looks here. Now, you know, I try not to be the fashionista, but I don't like what Monique tried to do here. Jazzy, I'm just not a big Jazzy fan. Kiana, though. Kiana looks amazing, stunning. You know, I really do like Kiana. I think she does have a lot to offer the show, even though she wasn't shown in the best light this season. I think she was shown as authentically her. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, Mama is her face. She's a gorgeous woman. She just need to get Greg comfortable with filming. And they need to show, Kiana, they need to show more of you in your med spa out in Baltimore, because you have a nice spa. And clearly, with the way your face looks, that face is going to have people run into that spa. She got it. All right, but shout out to Kiana. Love her dress. Love her look. Angel looks great. You know, Angel hasn't gotten the best of reviews this season. I don't know. Angel was just kind of quite dull. She was like a fan almost. Just a lot of things didn't really go well this season for Angel. However, I do like that she's doing a little promo. She's getting to speak her piece. If they were to bring her back for season 2, I wouldn't mind it. You know, I definitely like her marriage. I want to see more of that, more married people and how they navigate that. I just think she, you know, she's had a bad season 1, you know, but it made her literally the most talked about. So, and I love her reunion look. Wendy looks good. Wendy looks amazing. Wendy, though, I'm gonna need them to really get to like the truth about what is going on. But I don't want her to say too much, so we'll just wait and see what happens with this trial. For those of you who don't know, Wendy and her husband Eddie have been charged, where they were arrested on fraud charges late last year. So people want answers. And so, you know, but Wendy looks good at the reunion. Her and Stacey are dominating, you know, the little ping pong thing they got going on. Stacey Rusch, though. Stacey Rusch is the moment. Okay. I love me some Stacey Rusch, and she knows it too. You know, you can tell she's feeling it. She's leaning into it. She's perfect for it. So, and as she should. People Magazine voted her the best reality star of last year. So did Carlos King. And I love what Stacey brings to the show. She's hilarious to me. And I'll still handle TJ for you if you need me to. Okay, Stacey? Also over there in Potomac, you know, now y'all know Karen was released from jail. So we got to the episode of her having that discussion with Andy Cohen, probably about a week after she got out of jail. I don't necessarily know I don't know how I felt about the interview. You know, I think that maybe it was too soon after. The interview was very Karen style of, you know, glossing over, covering up, appearing, you know, XYZ. It was very Karen. I just don't think I really felt like she understood maybe the full magnitude of what she did. But anyway, Karen's at the reunion too. Karen looks amazing. And as you know, the Grand Dame can do no wrong in my eyes. And Karen, I'm right down the street from Tally Ho. let me know. I'll pick you up. I told Karen I'll be her driver, but I'll meet you over at Tally Ho. I'm down the street. I will meet you. No mimosas, though. No mimosas for Karen. Anyway, really enjoying Potomac this season. It's got me excited for what Atlanta's about to give. Y'all know Atlanta's coming soon, so shout out to Bravo. All right, so next up, hold on, I gotta take a sip for this. And actually, we gonna propose a toast, okay? Because Shaunie O'Neal finally decided to put an end to Basketball Wives. Finally. Cheers. Cheers. Cups up. Because Shaunie, you was going to force me to continue watching that show for years and years and years. I told y'all I was going to watch Basketball Wives is one of them shows like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, like Real Housewives of Atlanta, that I'm going to watch to the end. So thank you. Thank you, Shaunie, for finally packing it up. You know, even though we on the brink of a lot of BS going on in the Basketball Wives world. So I don't know. Because y'all saw Evelyn brought the game on her podcast that she hosts with her daughter Shanice, and y'all know Shanice just recently had a baby by the game, and I didn't like seeing Shanice up there kind of crying and griping to the game, which I hate to even call him that, but I can't think of his name. I know Jason. Anyway, and then Evelyn kind of just giggling about it. And y'all know how much I love me some Evelyn Lozada now. But anyway, I thought that was weird. Anyway, also, y'all know Jennifer Williams' husband, all that stuff going on with him. He was allegedly indicted on some a RICO charge for fraud or something. Jennifer Picker always off. Jennifer, I hope me and you ain't in the same boat. Because I know I done picked some. Anyway. Then on top of that, y'all know Chantel's face is still ringing from Jackie Michelle Christie popping her in her chin. So we was kind of coming up on some stuff with Basketball Wives, but you know, I think that was the last straw. It's time. It's definitely time. Drea proposed an idea. You know, Drea quit the show years ago. She was above it. But she said that there should be some type of final dinner with like all the ladies. I actually kind of like that idea. And I think all the ladies would show up and be cordial. I think every lady that has I don't think any of the girls have any real serious beef. I think that they could have like a banquet or something they could film, like one last Basketball Wives hoorah. They could do that. I would definitely watch that just to send them off, because we need to say bye to Tammy. We need to say bye to Malaysia. I want everybody to come because I don't think anyone has any real beef. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Basketball Wives is over. All right, a new show that I've gotten into, and it's all because of my girl Candiace Dillard. Y'all know I love me some Candy girl. I only really talk about people I love, so... but y'all know I adore Candiace. She is on the current season of Traitors, which is this really cool game show where they put these reality stars in a castle and they make them like do all these, you know, different tasks and whatnot and games, and they can vote people off. And there are people that are traitors that are actually the people that you're trying to vote off. It's a real fun show. So I never watched it until now. But Candiace Dillard was a breakout star on that. I was glad to see her. Also, Candiace got a new song. If Only. I've been playing it. Shout out to Candiace. Anyway, but I really have been enjoying Traitors this season. Once this season wraps, I'm going to go back and watch some of the last seasons. Apparently, Phaedra Parks had a really great season on there, from what they say, and y'all know how I feel about Faye. I can take her or leave her, but I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the previous seasons of Traitors once this season wraps up. What else is going on? All right, so Nene Leakes is finally returning to Bravo. Thank God. She's been begging for years. All right, not too much on Nene. You know, I do like to give Nene a lot of crap at times, but I love her, and I think that she is a a legend in the reality TV game. She is the face of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Not only Real Housewives of Atlanta, of Bravo. So, you know, to see her separate from them, and then, you know, all that negativity between her lawsuit and whatnot, I'm definitely glad they were able to come to some type of common ground. Now, check this out. She's not going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta like y'all keep begging. She's not on there. I don't know. But Bravo is doing the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip to celebrate 20 years of Housewives, and they're doing a road trip. So they've got Portia, Teresa Giudice, Giselle, Heather Dubrow, Meredith Marks, Alexia Napolia, Sonia Morgan, and for some reason I feel like Lisa Barlow was on here too. I don't know why. ChatGPT, you didn't give me the full cast list because I feel like Lisa Barlow was on here too. Anyway, on their road trip, they're going to be stopping in various housewives cities and hanging out with some former housewives and some legends. And on the Atlanta stop, we've already seen pictures and heard rumors coming out about it. But NeNe is on the Atlanta stop, and it's such an iconic moment. The housewives apparently all appear to have embraced her. So I like to see that for NeNe. I want to see NeNe back in a good space, and, you know, if she's able to resolve this issue with Bravo, then cool. So I'm here for it. Now, over in the Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, if you have not been tuned in, you have 6 seasons because they just wrapped season 6. You have 6 seasons to really get into some good housewives foolery, you know. Now, one of my favorites, Meredith Marks, allegedly the rumor is that she's going to be leaving. Meredith has had a rough couple of seasons. I don't think she'd leave, but I can also see how this has started to take a toll on her family with the rumors about her husband and people digging into her husband's business, you know. So I don't know. I think maybe it's time to take a break. She is an OG, but we'll see. The reunion was pretty good. Really enjoyed the back and forth, the dialogue. The season was pretty good. All the ladies are at odds. Bronwyn is separated from her husband, which I want to see how that plays out. Because, you know, one thing about them May-December marriages, and money is involved, I'm just wondering what the dollar sign gonna be. And you know what? I'm really loving Mary Cosby, which is crazy because I thought she was like the worst housewife ever. But the last 2 to 3 seasons, I've really come to love me some Mary Cosby. So shout out to Salt Lake City. All right. Which Bravo shows are you guys watching? Oh, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has started back. Not a lot to talk about over there. Rachel Zoe joined the cast, but still not a lot to talk about over there. But you guys let me know what you're watching. Look, we're going to get into a little bit more music, and we will be right back because, you know, we got to keep it PC.
First of all, it's been a very bleak week so far. It's in America.